Now, the event is called CicloSDias, and the idea is to reclaim the streets for pedestrians, bikes, skateboarders, pretty much everybody except those driving automobiles. Joining me is organizer Andy Hanshaw. Andy, how did this idea come together?
Well, a lot of people from the communities that our route goes through have been behind this for several years and wanting to do this based on other events, similar events across the country. The closest one and a really well-known one is CicloSDias in LA, which has happened, I believe, 4 or 5 times now and has grown each time. Its roots come from Colombia. The idea is to close a section of street which is normally just for cars or open to cars, and close it off to cars so that people have the chance to enjoy the streets for physical activity for their communities, to bike, walk, skate, roll, and just enjoy the day.
It's interesting. People don't think how much impact the car actually has on what you do all through your life.
Right.
Until you kind of remove that from the landscape a little bit. Is that part of the aim?
It's part of it, sure. And I think people, but I think it's more finding out why it's such a good idea to have our streets accommodate all modes of travel and not just cars. And I think the statement is to make more of an effort to get our streets to be more complete, to help get people around by biking, by walking, by transit. You know, there are other means, and it's obviously the benefits we all know are good for your health, good for your community, good for congestion, good for the environment. Makes good sense.
And the event itself is kind of a festival. It's intended to be very much an enjoyable event with lots of things going on.
Yeah, it's not your typical block party or street fair. It's a moving street fair, if you will. The idea is about the movement and the getting around, and it will be festive. You'll see entertainment come grassroots from the community. People who, this route travels through some of San Diego's best diverse neighborhoods, and Logan Heights, City Heights, downtown, North Park, South Park, Golden Hill, all are going to be featured on this route. And it's really about the communities, it's about the people, and it's about the businesses along the route, which we would like to have them involved, and they'll be out there as well.
Okay, well, let us know exactly where it's going to be.
Sure.
It's in a specific area, so it's not going to be the whole city of San Diego, but where exactly?
No, it's a 5.2-mile route. The north end is 38th and Whitman, Cherokee Elementary School. And it'll travel primarily on the 30th Street corridor down to 30th and K downtown. So those are the sort of the 2 ending points, and it's a 5.2-mile route, mostly along 30th Street, and in that area. And so, like I said, it encompasses North Park, South Park, Golden Hill, Logan Heights, City Heights.
Do you want this to become an annual event for San Diego?
Or more so. I mean, there are cities like LA that are doing it 3 or 4 times a year. We want this to happen at least once a year, if not more. And it's important to note that we would like to do this in different parts of the county or the city or even the county. There's so many great areas in the entire region that this event could really work well for.
When you have somebody come out to the event, whether it's in their neighborhood already or they're coming to the event itself, what do you want them to come away with? What do you want them to experience when they're there?
Everything. I think people want to experience their street in a whole different light. I think they're going to experience, being out there with their neighbors and others that are really just appreciating the opportunity to do something like this, and understand that we can work towards more accommodation for biking, walking, and other modes of travel than just our car. On the other hand, it's also an opportunity for people to individually maybe change their own behaviors and maybe not drive so much. Maybe pick up bicycling or commuting to work once or twice a week. Whatever we want some public health message to come out of this. We want people to be active. We want people to be healthy. That's what this event's about. All those things.
And what should people keep in mind if they decide they want to go out?
Prepare. If you're gonna, just be prepared to have a good time. I think with the street closed, it'll be a nice, safe environment. But take the precautions that you would normally take if you're going to ride or skateboard or whatever you want to do. But just be prepared and really enjoy the day. we want it. It's from 10 to 4, but people can come at any time during that time, and any part of the route. So people can jump in or jump out whenever they want.
And it looks like it's a great time for families as well.
Absolutely.
Andy, thanks very much for joining us. Andy Hanshaw, San Diego County Bike Coalition.
Thank you.